Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial. This is going to be a private tutorial, so I'm going to show you how to make a simple bracelet using this big number 8 beads. They're round, so I'm going to use this one color so that you can be able to see how to do this from start to end. Okay, I'll be your tutor, Mr. Stike or Steven, and you're going to require these beads, and also you're going to require a fishing line. So I'm going to be using 0.60 millimeters fishing line for the demonstration of this, but you can use the smaller sized fishing line, which is 0.30 millimeters fishing line. Okay, so if you're using a fishing line like mine that comes which coiled like this, you need to unwind it by doing this. Okay, that's how you get to open the fishing line. You open it up to your desired length that you want to use. Okay, so remember, this is a sample of how you can make your own simple and neat bracelet. Okay, so off we begin. We just begin like normally how we do. We start with 3 beads. We can put them on the right hand side, 1 2 3, like that. Those are 3 beads, and then we add 1 final bead, and then we crisscross like that. Okay, once you've crisscrossed, you make sure these tips are they match like this. I hope you can see that. And then you pull, so you should have something like this. This is the basic star, and then you continue. So this is my right hand, this is my left hand. So I pick 1 green bead on the right, 1 green bead on the left, and another green bead on the left, and then now we have 2 and 1. So I'm going to crisscross on this one. By doing this, I'm going to be making a corner. You'll see that as we proceed. Okay, so you should have something like this. So remember, when we were starting, we came like this. So I've made a corner to go like this. So we're going to go up, down, up as we continue making it. So you'll see that as we continue. So on this left hand, I'm going to pick 2 green beads. Okay, using the fishing line on the left, like this, 1 2. Okay, and then the fishing line on the right, I'm going to pick 1 bead like that, and then I'm going to crisscross like that, and then proceed. So you should have something that looks like this. Just make sure you follow what I'm doing step by step, and you are going to be able to make it. So you continue, you pass the fishing line through the next bead like that, like what I'm doing there, and then after doing so, you come pick a green bead on the right, pick another green bead on the left, and then you crisscross on the green bead from the left like that, and then you pull. You should have something like this. Okay, and then we proceed. You pick a green bead on the right, and you pick 2 green beads on the right, and 1 green bead on the left, and then you crisscross on the green bead from the left like that, and then you crisscross. You should have something like this. Okay, and then you continue, you pass the fishing line through the next bead, you pull it, and then you pick a green bead on the right, on the left, sorry, then you pick a green bead on the right, then you crisscross like that, then you pull. You should have something like this, okay, and then you proceed. So on the left, it basically, if you've realized, we're just repeating the same thing. So on the left, you pick 2 beads, okay, like that, and then you pick another 1 bead on the right, like that, and then you crisscross like that from the right. So you should have something that looks like this. So remember, regardless of how you hold your work, like this or like this, you're just supposed to remember the basic principles. That the next is this fishing line that's on my left, which if I flip it this way, it's going to be on my right, but it's the fishing line basically just next to this bead. Okay, you can see that. So that's the fishing line that you pass through. That's where you pass the fishing line through, okay, regardless of how you're holding your work. Okay, and then you pick a green bead on the right and a green bead on the left, and then you crisscross on the green bead from the left like that, and then you pull. You should have something that looks like this. So as you can see, step by step, we're making some very good progress. So on this fishing line that's on this right hand, I'm going to pick 2 green beads, okay, and then I'm going to pick a green bead from the left, and then I'm going to crisscross from the left like that, then you pull, and then you pass the fishing line through the next green bead there, like that, and then you pick a green bead on the left, a green bead on the right, and then you crisscross on the green bead from the right like that. So if you're making this using the smaller beads, it's going to be slightly smaller, but it's progress. This is artwork, or this is a bracelet that you can even put on, and it's a very nice way to practice beading. So as you can see there, just make sure you're following each step, 1 step at a time. Then you continue, you pick a green bead on the right, those are 2 green beads on the right, and then 1 green bead on the left, and then you crisscross on the left like that. You should have something that looks like this, okay, and then you pass the fishing line there, and then you pick a green bead on the left, a green bead on the right, and then you crisscross from the green bead on the right like this, okay. So the purpose of this video was also to show you how to close off such a bracelet. So once you have done your bracelet to the desired length, this is not the desired length, you're going to go for several a length. Okay, I just want to demonstrate to you how to close it off at the end. So at the end you're supposed to have tips that looks like this. These two heads should be there, and these two heads here should be there. That's where you're going to close it off and join it. This is you can use it as also a method of making a ring. So once you have it like this, you've joined these two ends here like that, and you make sure you have these two heads and these two heads over these two heads over the right and two heads over the left. You come here, and then from this fishing line on this side, the left side, you pick one green bead, and then you pass this fishing line through here. Okay, like that. I hope that is clear. It's not confusing. You can see that. Okay, then you pull, and then you can pick. So once you pull, you should have something that looks like this. I hope that is clear. You can see, once you have something that looks like this, you pick a green bead on the right, and then you crisscross on from the left like that, and then you pull. You should have something that looks like this, and then you pass the fishing line through the right. Okay, and then you pass the fishing line on the left through the left bead there, just one. Okay, and then once you have that, you come and pick a final green bead, and then you crisscross, and then you pull. So you should have something that looks this seamless. Okay, kindly note that all the beads I have here are 4 in total to make one complete circle. I think I've demonstrated this previously, but I'm going to show you again. So as you can see here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the fourth one is where we crisscrossed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes a circle. Okay, so you're supposed to make sure when you're making your artwork that you have not put excess beads. It should always be 4 in every circle. I hope that makes sense. And this can make a ring. You can make a very nice ring using this. Okay, so the light is flickering, but I hope that you can see this clearly. So once you've done that, another thing that you're supposed to remember while you close it off is you pass the fishing line. Now from this end, you pass the fishing line from like that, and you go making random corners like that, so that you can be able to close it off. Also make sure that your fishing line, as you can see, I have quite some length of fishing line that remained, so that's how I am able to close it off easily. And you wind your fishing line going back like that, making several corners, but it should be neat. As you can see, you can hardly see where I passed the fishing line, so that you do not have, this is a knotless method of closing off your fishing line, so your work always looks neat and it's very seamless, and someone can't even tell the point where you closed off your bracelet or your artwork. And it really gives you a neat finish in your work. And you just follow what you're seeing here. I just take random corners as I go the opposite direction of the fishing line. So this is how I get to do it. like that, and then once you're somewhere here, and then you crisscross like you pass it through like that. So you just take your fishing line, randomly making corners after every one bead per se. So once you, by doing so, you're able to you're able to have a seamless look. And once you feel that your artwork is steady, if you pull it, you see it's not coming, it's not opening up or loosening. It's quite rigid. So once you feel that your artwork is tight enough, now you can come with your maybe scissors or your nail cutter and cut it off. So remember that this what I'm showing you here is something that you really need to practice so that you can be able to perfect this. If you didn't get it over when you did the first run, try it again. Beadwork is just basically a matter of doing something over and over again until you get it right. And by doing so, you are able to learn by yourself, which is very beautiful at the end of the day. So once you've done that and you feel that your fishing line is ready to cut, you can come with your nail cutter and make sure at the very edge, at the very bottom of your fishing line, where you're cutting it, you take it to the very bottom, then you snip it so that you cannot see where it finished, like that. So that's the piece that's left hanging, as you can see there. But you can trim it to the very bottom just carefully, and on this other end I come and I cut it at the very bottom. So this was basically how I close off my artwork, and as you can see, the artwork looks very neat and clean. So I really appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on our next video. And you can also suggest to me what you'd like to see next. So thank you guys, and hope to see you on our next video.